a junction in the heart of Quezon City can sigh a breath of relief now that a road repair flood control project has officially broken ground to ultimately spare the area of going underwater when heavy rains fall. This report from Kim Feliciano.
The Department of Public Works and Highways, led by Secretary Mark Villar, formally opened to the public the newly constructed Quezon Avenue Flood Control Project. According to Villar, the box culvert is 5.30 meters in height and has a width of 4.35 meters, big enough to flush the floodwater coming from Mother Ignacia and Panay Avenue.
Galing sa Delta hanggang Scout Borromeo. Pero yung phase 5 and 6 natatapusin, in particular yung Mother Ignacia area kasi dito lumalabas yung flood na galing sa Mother Ignacia at sa loob. So ngayon, at least, mas malaki ng capacity, pwede rin maging retardant basin dito. So mababawasan yung flooding sa area.
On the top of the flood control project is an additional 2-lane service road that would help decongest the eastbound lane of Quezon Avenue. Meanwhile, Villar also added that the agency is tirelessly looking for potential bypass routes in major roads in the city to solve the heavy traffic, most especially in EDSA.
Katipunan extension at sa Quezon City area. Tapos yung elliptical, meron din kaming widening doon. So, naghahanap talaga kami ng mga alignments para ma-decongest ang Metro Manila. So, kanina yung mga bridges natin, mga 12 bridges across Pasig River, yung dalawa sisimulan na this year. Tuloy-tuloy naman, marami tayo. Yung Connector Road, yung Skyway Extension, yung Harbor Link. So, lahat po yan, sunod-sunod po yan over the next few years.
For PTV News, Kim Feliciano.
Meanwhile, 10 NPA rebels and 2 soldiers were killed in a clash in General Nakar in Quezon Province. 80th Infantry Battalion Commander Lieutenant Colonel Randolph Cabamongan said the encounter took place yesterday afternoon in Sitio Pahimuan in Barangay Lumutan. He said the troops were in combat operations when they chanced upon about 30 rebels. Aside from 2 soldiers killed, the government side also suffered 2 wounded. There was no body count of the rebel casualties, but 2nd Infantry Division commander said that based on information from witnesses, the NPA lost 10 of their combatants.
PTV, Telebisyon ng Bayan.
Handa naman ang Armed Forces of the Philippines na bigyan ng pagkakataon ng New People's Army na patunayan ang kanilang sinseridad sa usapang pangkapayapaan sa pagitan ng gobyerno at ng rebeldeng komunista. Ayon kay AFP spokesman Brigadier General Restituto Padilla, hindi natitinag ang suporta ng militar sa isinusulong na usapang pangkapayapaan sa kabila ng agam-agam sa sinseridad ng kabilang panig. Una rito, inalmahan ng AFP ang pagpapalakas ng NPA sa kanilang puwersa sa pamamagitan ng recruitment. Git ng sandatahang lakas, tila taliwas kasi ang aksyon ng NPA sa mga binibitiwan nilang salita gaya ng pagsuporta at paggalang sa pisto.
The police officer who was caught in a pot session in Las Piñas City has tested positive for illegal substances. Superintendent Lito Cabamongan will still have to undergo confirmatory testing. Kirby Cristobal reports.
After Police Superintendent Lito Cabamongan denied yesterday that he was using illegal drugs, today the Philippine National Police Crime Laboratory Services released the result of his drug test. PNP Crime Lab Head Chief Inspector Aurelio Trampe confirmed to newsmen via text message that upon series of tests on the 2 suspects including Nedi Sabdao, they found out that they were initially positive for using marijuana in shabu. In his message, the official said that the 2 will be subjected to a confirmatory test after the positive result of the drug test, because the basis of the organization legally depends on the result of the confirmatory test. The official added that Cabamongan will remain in the custody of Las Piñas Police Office while the process is still ongoing. PNP Crime Lab Chief was in Cagayan de Oro today for an important matter, but he assured the media that once the result of confirmatory test is available, they will hold a press conference. Yesterday, in a press briefing, PNP Chief Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa insisted that he will relieve the PNP official caught involved in illegal drugs. For PTV News, Kirby Cristobal, Kamkrame.
PTV, Telebisyon ng Bayan.
Naganap na enkwentro sa pagitan ng militar at New People's Army sa Quezon, hindi makakaapekto sa usapang pangkapayapaan. Ito ang tiniyak ni Chief Peace Negotiator Silvestre Bello III kasunod na ika-4 na round ng usapang pangkapayapaan sa pagitan ng pamahalaan at CPP-NPA-NDF. Ani Bello, dahil sa mga ganitong uri ng insidente kaya't mas nararapat ay pagpatuloy ang peace talks. Anya hindi pag-uusapan sa naturang usapang pangkapayapaan ang engkwentro ng tropa ng gobyerno at NPA. Kahit na ang bilateral ceasefire agreement ang isa sa mga prioridad na talakayin sa naturang pulong.
Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III is set to implement a revamp at the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration or POEA. The revamp will be undertaken in the wake of reports of bribe-taking in the direct hiring system. Bello said those behind the anomaly have been identified and will be made to account for the irregularity. He added that such practice will encourage more illegal recruiters.
Malaki. That's why pagbalik ko, yan ang una kong atupagin. I will revamp the organizational structure of POEA. Babalasahin ko yung mga nangongotong doon. I already have names. O kung sino yung mga nangongotong.
PTV, Telebisyon ng Bayan.
Plano naman ng Malacanang na palitan ang pangalan ng Benham Rice. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella, pinag-aaralan nilang gawing Philippine Rice ang pangalan ng nasabing undersea region para ipagdiin ang sakop ito ng jurisdiksyon ng Pilipinas. Sinabi ni Abella na kalinanang inatasan ng DFA o Department of Foreign Affairs at ang tanggapan ng Executive Secretary para pag-aralan ang pagpapalit sa pangalan ng Benham Rice, kabilang na ang magiging epekto nito. Kung matatandaan, isiniwalat ng Department of National Defense na naglayag ng ilang buwan sa Benham Rice ang survey ship ng China. Puspusan na ang ginagawang paghahanda ng pamulaan ng Russia para sa nakatakdang pagbisita doon ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa Mayo. Ayon kay Russian Ambassador Igor Kovayev, nais silang maging matagumpay ang pagbisita ni Pangulong Duterte sa kanilang bansa na inaasahan ding milestone sa bilateral relation ng Pilipinas at Russia. Anya, inihahanda na rin nila ang mga kasunduang pipirmahan ng dalawang Pangulo sa oras na magkita ang mga ito. Nilinaw naman ni Kovayev na bukas ang kanilang bansa na pag-usapan ng kahit na anong paksa sa Pilipinas, lalo na ang mga magpapatatag at magpapaunlad sa relasyon ng dalawang bansa. Susunod sa mga balita, publiko, pinayuhang magtipid ng kuryente ngayong papalapit na panahon ng tag-init. Ang detalye niya alamin sa pagbabalik ng PTV News.
Kung hanap mo.
Meanwhile, Superintendent Cabamongan wants to undergo an independent drug test. The police officer is also reported to fear for his life after he tested positive for illegal drug substance. This report by Eunice Samonte.
Mag-ano ka na rito, mag-assess ka na rito, ngayon pa lang, para malaman na wala akong baril. Kasi pag dumating dito, yung mag-ooperate sa akin, papatayin ako nila. Tapos ilalagay nila yung baril dyan, na ako ay nanlaban.
A senior official of the Philippine National Police or PNP Crime Law Unit Police Superintendent Lito Cabamongan is now behind the bars and fearful for his life after the preliminary drug test showed positive results.
Positive yung urine test nila.
Cabamongan was caught in the act in a pot session using shabu with evidences such as 3 pieces of rolled aluminum foil, 2 pieces disposable plastic lighter, and 3 empty transparent plastic sachets with shabu. Despite the evidences, the superintendent has claimed that he was conducting surveillance operations and denied that he was using drugs. According to him, what happened is a frame-up from the high-ranking officials of PNP desperate for promotions.
Si Chief Bato po, Dela Rosa, ay napaka-buting tao. Nami-misguide lang po para lang may maipakita sila sa media na malaking huli, para lang makapag-grandstand sila. Pwede ba yun? Grandstanding yun eh.
This is not the first time that Cabamongan got into trouble. According to National Capital Region Police District Officer NCRPO, the police superintendent was relieved from his post as Chief of Southern Police District Satellite Crime Laboratory after he demanded a free entrance inside the cinema and threatened the people of bodily harm if denied. But the moviegoers were bothered by his unusual behavior after seen performing sit-ups and yoga exercises inside the movie theater, which he also denied.
Tinatawagan ko ang ang PNP na magpadala ng psychiatrist o ng psychologist dito para patunayan nila na mentally unfit ako. Hindi sinasabi na lang nila na unfit ako. Yung unfit ang aking pag-iisip. Mga unprofessional pala sila eh. Dapat may katunayan na unfit ako, ha? Ano yung nagsasabi na hindi ako unfit? Mga unprofessional yun.
During the interview, he also announced that most of the policemen in the crime lab have converted to KANG operations into business in cooperation with the funeral parlors with an incentives amounting to 50,000 pesos a month. Other than the violation of Sections 13, 14, and 15 of the Republic Act No. 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act, grave misconduct and administrative charges were also filed against Cabamongan. Meanwhile, PNP Special Action Force recruit in 1991 has a message to our president.
Duterte, tulungan niyo naman po ang mga binabaliktad naman na pulis. Ako po ay walang kasalanan. Napag-utusan lang po ako ni General Trump, bigla po ako iniwan sa ere.
For PTV News, Eunice Amante.